So in this video today, I'm gonna give away the best plugins that we usually charge our customers for to implement. There's a specific logic behind the things you wanna achieve with these plugins. You need to have the specific action or a specific gap filled so you can move forward as a business. With that said, the first plugin that I would talk about is HEATMAPS. Why? Because everybody tends to say that they're a guru, but then when things fail, nobody has a backup plan. So this is what we call our safety net. You can also install stuff like Google Analytics and other stuff to help you with this, but the main thing I always need to have with every single website that we manage is the heat maps. Why? Because if you don't have the session tracker, if you don't see exactly what every single session looks like, you don't know the experience of your user. And if you want to become successful in digital marketing, you need to completely be able to embody yourself in the user so you can experience what they experience in your business. And if you don't have heat maps recording those sessions, you're going to be blind to a lot of different issues. Even if you say, I'll check, I'll be diligent, sometimes those issues can appear only for the user because you're logged into the admin panel. It happened before to us. So I'm telling you this from experience. Whatever the amount of money the heat maps cost, it's nothing compared to how much money you can lose if you don't have heat maps. When it comes to the specific tools that we like Microsoft Clarity. Microsoft Clarity is just one of the best tools we found so far, but there's a lot of others like Hotjar, Lucky Orange, and others. So now that we have the safety net placed, the next thing we need to look at is how to bring up the amount of money we earn per customer per session, or average order value. I would look at first setting up one-click upsells. Why? Because on average between 8 to 13% additional revenue can be gathered that way. So when you have that additional revenue, it's all of a sudden going to be easier for you to run ads, generate additional growth, build up speed, and so having a higher lifetime value or higher average order value is going to enable you to be more bullish. So investing in a plugin like this is going to enable people to easily add an additional product to the cart after they started the checkout process. With this same plugin, I would also recommend post-purchase upsells. Basically, they do the same thing at different stages of the checkout process. So with one-click upsells, you should be able to buy after the buying process has happened. So you finished your checkout and then you have an option of adding something else and you just click buy and it just auto-fires the whole process again in one click. While the other app is the frequently bought with app, with the goal of having people thinking about what else they can buy during their decision-making process. So you see big websites like Amazon always offering stuff like this. The frequently bought with is one of the best things you can also add to your website because it's gonna increase the amount of money the average user spends. So technically, even if you don't change any single thing in your ads in your website and you just add this, your return on ad spend is gonna be higher. Your ROI is gonna be better. The next plugin that I would suggest adding is a plugin that's gonna enable you to gather a lot more information about your users. So in this case, CONVERTFLOW is going to enable you to have pop-ups, puzzles, and build landing pages, A/B tests, and stuff like that. So you can then get a lot more information towards what makes your users act like you want them to act. As an example, if you use the pop-ups or quizzes and stuff like that, you can get their email, phone numbers, and a lot more data on your user without actually feeling creepy and being nagging. Another reason why you also want to use this tool with something like heat maps is when you launch A/B tests, you're going to be able to exactly see the impact and the differences in the behavior of the user you pay to attract. The thing that I always preach to every single one of our customers is that your website, besides being trustworthy, it needs to have authority. So trust is built by showing them similar people to them, having a good experience because they said yes. So in a similar way, like you expect them to say yes, they want to see other people go through the same process and not get burned. So this is super important for you as a business to show them your happy customers. Your happy customers are going to be the best advertisement ever. There's nothing a marketing agency can manage to figure out that can beat happy customers. And I'm going to give you a couple of more that are not as usual. You won't see them in other videos as often. And the main thing that I see agencies and freelancers not doing for their clients is testing the prices, testing the bundles, testing elements like that. Why? Because things are changing. The costs of products are continuously fluctuating. We have inflation and stuff like that. That's okay. The problem is that a lot of businesses haven't changed their pricing at all. It just stuck there where from the last time it was changed, and that's it. So having a plugin that can help you test different price points so you know exactly if a product can be sold for more or less can enable you to build higher returns, better ROI just by playing around with the prices. So again, none of these things require you to change anything with your advertisement, and you're going to be making more money with the same ads. Now, since we did mention collecting data, the pop-ups to collect the data and everything else, what should we do with the data? Well, you can use an app like Recart to re-engage those people and make them buy. This app basically helps you remarket and get those customers that forgot to buy back to the website to make them convert. So when you have this, it's also passively going to plug some of the holes and going to save you some money on the remarketing side. Awesome, you made it until the end. I really hope that this video showed you a couple of plugins that you never saw before and that you're gonna love when you use them on your business. Please drop in the comments which plugin here was new to you, and when you tested it, has it made you money? Did it work out as I recommended it? Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, see ya.